That's true.
Buddy, welcome back. Last week
Thank
you
you.
weren't here, but we made some big progress.
Yeah, I
Um,
see some things happening over there that I'm curious
there's some
about.
things happening that you well, let me tell you, I may have taken it upon myself. There's a couple things like anyways, I was talking with Eric last week on stream, and it's like this is kind of my vision. If you look out, yeah, from here you can, yeah, like right here, look out this direction. My vision was like, oh, I either see this area being a vast farmland, kind of what you see out in rural areas, or
Mhm.
a town. And chat basically told me, if the temple's important, people would want to live around the temple.
And they're
Um,
right.
so we have started making the town.
Oh yeah.
At least the outline of the town. Why don't you
hmm
come up here and get a. Now
Well, this
Eric
is gonna be
did
fun because now there's Old Town and New Town.
correct. Yes, like up here is the
Uptown and
ancient.
downtown.
I was making I did all this research on my business trip over the summer to Europe. Was like
That's
this
right.
is kind of like the whatever it's called in Rome, that like the emperors used to live up on this village up on the top of the hill. And then like that has stayed old, but then like the town has developed beneath it. Um and Palatine Hill, yes, that's what it's called, Eric. And I thought, well, that'd be cool to kind of make like a city district around the temple. So that's what we've done. I'll give you a tour. Eric did make some houses in creative mode last week, and I took some photos of them just to like. I think I liked the designs, but these are just footprints.
Mhm.
And this one over here is not done, I will say. So to the right of this road is not plotted out, but
I
most of
see.
these other ones are like the size of what we're thinking the houses will be.
Okay.
So we've got
hmm
this main road here, which is gonna
I
go
like
up.
this little two-level house is gonna be really cute.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. So this is one main road. This is like one of the core roads because it'll go up to the main area.
Yeah.
Um, this goes all the way towards the temple, and what we've done is we've tried to maintain a 4 block radius around the temple as a path as well. But these
Okay.
are all going
Good.
to be houses and whatnot along here. Um, Up here is another. Anything that's 3 blocks wide is a major road.
Yep.
Anything that's 2 blocks wide is a minor road. So here is like the center of town, but it's on the back side of the temple. But it is one of
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
main intersections.
Sure. 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 Sure.
And then further over here, we have another like minor road. This leads to like the water. And then this is like the far edge of town is another major road that will go that way, however far we see
Yeah.
fit
Yeah. Yeah.
alongside the village.
Absolutely.
And then what I'm thinking is this town will extend to the path that we already made. It won't go past it. Um,
Sure. Okay.
so right now I've only made it up to this spot, but it will probably extend out or to the left there, um, and connect over to like here we have another like a path here that will connect out to the path, the
Yeah.
main road.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. I hope that
Have
doesn't
we
go against
elected
everything
on?
that you really wanted for this area because we're completely overhauling it.
Yeah. No. No. That's totally fine. I like the vibe of this a lot. I think it fits with the story, especially if the idea is that like this area was flooded and then suddenly became available. Like there would have needed to be houses for builders to live in while, working on this, right? This would have been prime new real estate, for people to move into. The
Right.
earth would have been heavily salted from the sea, so wouldn't. And we talked about this, like it didn't really work as like a farmland, like you could do uh
Like animal farms, but
like
not.
animal husbandry, but not like traditional agriculture. um so I think it makes a lot of sense for a good portion of it to be like, hey, the town's population is growing, we need a new area to build into.
Yeah. And I like the imagery too, and I'm like recalling kind of being in like the gothic districts of like I don't know what city, Barcelona, let's say, where it's like you'll have this like insane cathedral, and then surrounding it are all these houses and alleys and stuff that you wouldn't even know
Right.
it's there unless you're like aware of it. And they're all just so intertwined and intermixed. And I love even just the layout now. I really like
Hmm.
some of these houses will be 2 levels, but they'll never be taller than the walls around the temple.
Well, of
Some of the
course, yeah.
houses, like, so this one, when I do something like this will be a staircase up to another house above this one. So, like,
Ah, I
th-
see.
this will be a house with one on top of it. This will just be one. This will just be one. Every house is always like, we tried to make it where nothing is 3 blocks wide. I think this is the smallest one, 4x4.
Yeah.
I think. There's a couple spots like here it goes to a 3 wide, but
I
um,
also like that on average, right? The houses down here are larger size than the ones that are in Old Town,
yeah,
right? And that makes sense because as this area was built was at the same time that the wealth of this area would have been increasing
absolutely.
because that's when they,
Well,
you know, became
and it's a
uh
little bit of both. I don't remember what was going on here. I think we had a path that has now been blocked off, so this still needs to be
mm,
divided. It's kind of a little bit of both. It's like, the houses are bigger, but they're also really compacted. Like
yeah.
I really tried to make it where anywhere that there was a let's say a city block, it wasn't just one house. We're fitting as many
Yeah.
houses into one block as we can.
Right, and that makes sense with the idea of like a population boom after the water receded and GDP's gone up and so it's like
yeah,
you have a market boom and a population boom at the same time. So you need a lot of new housing that is both more compact so it can handle more people, but also fancier because the new money has flown in.
right. I think this whole complex is probably my favorite because it has the ability to have houses under, like, on the ground floor down on this road,
Yeah.
but then
And then
another
a
house
second
up
set.
here, and then two
Yeah,
more
no,
on
that's
this
great.
side, and then these two will have access back here. And then we're thinking there will be like a walkway alongside the wall. However close to the
Yeah.
wall it becomes, if we dig this out even more, I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
but that's about as far as we got. Um,
Okay.
Meg is blaming your flooded village in Minecraft on our flooding at home. You had flooding at home, Bex? Oh no,
Oh no, that's the worst.
that is the worst. But
One
yeah, so
time I
that's
went to a Christmas party and flooded my mom's house while we were there. Anyways.
oh no. So that is the vibe. We figured this
Yeah.
would kind of be like a public garden watering hole, like there'll be a path down to it. Whether all these houses stay or maybe these are better houses that have a balcony out looking at the water. Uh,
I want to set up something that looks like a pump house down here. Um
aqueducts. Is that where you're going?
and then yeah, set up something to look a little bit like an aqueduct because this would be one of the few freshwater sources that are around.
Is it really fresh water if it was salt water that receded into there?
Yeah, because at this point it would have evaporated and filled in with rain 10 times over, you know? So like I think if there were salt blocks, I would put some at the bottom of this,
Oh
but
yeah,
I think the water itself would be relatively pure at this point because
sure.
it's mostly rainwater.
That makes sense. That's funny, Bex. Yeah, I did hear that today about a work event that is going on at your job from one of her friends. Yeah. I think that's a cool
In fact,
idea. I
yeah, depending on what we like to look up, I might actually raise the water level one more or just dig it deeper.
I think digging it
Uh
deeper would be cool.
yeah,
And because
cuz
what
I
I'm
like the
planning on
idea.
doing is if we have this 4 block perimeter around the temple, I think I might make like a raised path here out of wood that follows the edge of the temple around
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
deck.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, no, this is sick. I love this idea.
And as it gets built up, I don't know, I'm really excited to
Do
put
we
it together.
have a block palette that we're
Yeah,
thinking?
I was actually just about to say, so the block palette that we're going with, and I'll pull up the screenshots and send you them. It's similar to the temple, but not fully. Um,
Okay.
we toyed around with stuff for a while. Um, and so it uses diorite still, but not the quartz. Um, so I took only 2 photos because I sent 3, or I took 3 because I took a picture of the inside, but the inside doesn't really matter too much. Um, but it's mostly diorite. It's like small versions. It's got blue roofs, which I think look very nice because kind of reminds me of like Santorini almost, of how the whole town has the same color, just
Sure.
smaller. Whether or not the roofs overhang or not is still up for discussion, but I think it's mostly going to be diorite. And we can add, window trims and whatnot to make it stand out. Um, but yeah, that's the project. And just walking through the roads, I'm like, I love this already. I think it's
Oh yeah,
so cool.
yeah. Yeah, no, this is great. This is gonna look fantastic. Yeah, I think that's super fun.
Now, the one thing which I said in Discord, and I don't know if anyone actually reads the announcements or saw, is that we are gonna need help, one, picking a name for the town, but also I
Sure.
want to name the roads, because the other thing that I noticed all the time when you're like in a big city or a really compact city like Rome or Barcelona or something that's also old is they don't have street signs; they just have signs that are posted on the sides of the buildings. And I think it'd
Yes.
be really cool to have the street names on signs on the sides of these buildings. Like labeling
Yeah.
what our main roads are, I think would be really cool. Libbyville.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
we'll think on it. It maybe.
Listen, if you use the name something command right now.
I don't think I have that anymore.
Ah, damn.
I don't know if I do. I don't think so. Liberal Haven. Do you mean New
Hilarious.
York City? Uh, we were supposed to be headed to Chicago tonight. What? For what, Narwhal? I've earned it. I'm here all the time, and yet I'm not VIP. You know what I learned the other day, Libby? The reason why Automod yells at you all the time is because you're not VIP. I think VIPs get like
Hilarious.
better. Like Automod doesn't care,
Care as much, yeah.
but you do have a pretty strong streak. You make a good argument, Libby. Our local zoo has 2 specialty beers themed after animals. Tell me more, Bex. Tell me more. Concert tomorrow night, but it sold out before we got tickets. Well, what was the concert, Marvel? No, I'm curious.
Is one of the
Um,
animals Jimothy? I love Jimothy.
I do love Jimothy.
Hmm.
Um, any burning thoughts or questions on the town? Otherwise, I think Eric
No, I
filled
was
in a couple
actually.
more gaps of these buildings, so I might split them up into what size the houses will be.
Yeah, if anything, I was just starting to think about names and town names, and also what I was going to say is one of the things I really loved about Ligma Wood is that we specifically designed houses with like occupations in mind.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked that too. And
yeah.
we can certainly make this where there are villagers living inside of it. I think that would be really cool.
Yes. Well,
A
and that
lot
they'll
of
they'll automatically start to populate
yeah,
once we
um,
get to a certain bed and door count.
a lot of these houses that are on corners, like major corners where they've kind of got like a slanted wall here, I was thinking makes sense as like a shop front,
Mhm.
or a storefront, that they would have like a bigger door on the corner instead of one doorway in as like a, oh hey, come into my store. Um,
Right.
I gotta remember how this one gets split up because this is a very big plot of land now that if we had gone, I wanted to visit the ice cream zone. You've not heard of them probably, but the concert sold out. See, so this one I thought there'd be a house on top of another one. I guess we could do the same over here, but this is a really big plot now. I guess it's the same width as that other one. Just really tall.
Well, so I was just even picturing like, so imagine this one's a house, right?
Yep.
And then this is also a house, but it's a split level where there's a first floor, and then you go up some stairs to a second floor that's above this other house.
Well, so
But then
it
this one house would be enormous.
right. Well, and I put this in here thinking that this bottom area would be like this size. This is a
Oh,
house,
and
and then
this would
there'd be
be the
another one on top of it.
yeah.
Lion Cub Lager, and Bird's Eye IPA. Well, I gotta look now. Yo, that's adorable. A Lincoln Park Zoo exclusive. I guess I'm coming to Chicago. Yo, you gonna go sleep in that bed? Cool.
Yep. I'm
But
on
I
it.
do like the idea of like a split level, and I think at some point I want a house that does that, because that's another thing that I remember seeing a lot of was like if you're building something on a hill, you'll be in a shop that in the middle of the store there's just a couple stairs down to the next section of the store.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't want any of these buildings to be super crazy big.
No, and they can be pretty compact, and and use the terrain as much as possible. You know, it should feel like it was built into this area that already existed. You know, not that the
Right.
area became built around
And
it.
that's where I think this house that I'm looking at right now, I think will be cool, because if this one is 2 layers and it starts lower than this one over here, if this one's 1 layer, the roofs won't line up, and I think that's fine. Like,
Right.
I think it'll be cool
Yeah,
that there's a
there'll be a
difference.
little offset, and then you'll see the two levels. I think it'll be really neat. This sounds
But
sick.
this is too small to split in two, so I think it might just be one big house.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, this could be like the blacksmith or something, so we could have like an outdoor section with a forge, and then an inner section
Oh,
that's the
sure.
actual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or it could be like well, I wouldn't want to make the house part really small, but like it could be a store with someone's house behind it.
True. True.
This is like the only spot right now where I'm like, this is a really big plot.
Yeah, but I really feel like it's not that big. Like once you start to fill out, especially
Well,
if any of
just
them are gonna be.
just compared to a lot of the other ones, I mean.
Oh, sure, but yeah, like you know, when I think about it in terms of an actual build, I'm like, by the time you put in like, I mean, if you wanted to have any sort of like, you know, shop front or a counter, or I mean, you would think about how fast we ran out of space in the bar. You know?
That's true. Um, can we claim houses? Yes, absolutely. If you guys want to claim houses for yourself, absolutely, Bex. And one house full of cats, absolutely. Well, villages
I
naturally
was gonna
spawn
say
cats, so
we should just put a pallet wall right here, of like you know blocks to build with. And then, you know, if there's ones that we want to mark off as like, hey, we're going to build this one, that's great. But if other people want to come in and put their name down and say, hey, I want to build the thing that goes here,
oh,
that
that's
could be
kind of
really
cool.
sick.
I do kind of want them to all fit the same style, but I do really like that idea. I'll have
Yeah,
to
well,
give
and
that
that's why I
some
was like,
thought.
even if we put out a little, you know, at least to keep the palette consistent, and I think everybody kind of gets what we're going for here,
Right.
especially if you post those examples in the Discord.
Yeah.
And you know, just like real life, you just have building restrictions. Hey,
Right.
you know,
You got to
building
get a permit
area not be
first.
taller than yeah. And then we can
Sounds
come
good,
around
Libby.
and do oh, we're the HOA.
Of course, except we're a whole town instead of a neighborhood.
Mhm. Excellent. Yeah, this looks very fun. I'm excited to get going on this. Do you have one that you wanted to start right away?
I'm still kind of piecing together the houses, but I think as this path is kind of as far to the right as I want to go. Like this
Yeah.
main road, because that's also where the wall ended. So, well, for
Yeah.
now, I think the wall will
Because
continue. I just
the
ran
other
out of
thing that
resources.
I wanted to get to at some point was building the lighthouse, which I think was going to go up on this.
Like up here.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was here or if
I
it
think
was
we were
farther
talking
down.
about
I
maybe
think
building up, like over where the cliffside falls
yeah,
off, like
that's
over
right. That's
here. I
right.
think.
because this is where the cliff drops, so I want to just build this area up a little bit.
Yeah. I don't
Uh,
think it should go here because this is a little too
no,
close to the temple, but we could
not
dig
all
this
the way to
down
the
too.
point. I think right like here feels pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But I
Get a little
mostly just want
lighthouse
to get
design
the
going.
the wireframe of the houses first, and then we can start filling it in with diorite and
For
go
sure,
from
for
there.
sure. You will have to
Um,
excuse me one moment. I must away for biological purposes, and I'll be back.
okay. He's gonna go poop, chat. He's got to go poop. This house is very odd because it's on this really steep staircase. So you wouldn't have any doorways into actually, you could have a doorway down here into like an underground section. It would be a house that's completely underground, which would kind of suck. Could be a bar. I don't hate that. Could be a bar. That was your. Well, there you go, Eric. Because we had some that were underground, but not like this much. Anyways, because then the entrance to any of these houses would have to be, yeah, it'd have to be along this back side. Underground movie theater. I don't know if that fits the timeline we're really talking about here, Narwhal. No, that's fine, Eric. You're good. 5, 6, 7. This is only 8 blocks wide, so. How do we. This is just another huge plot that I almost don't want to be one big plot, but I don't know how we're going to split it up. Well, we could do a doorway here that goes into a house that's like... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's like this. That's 5 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like this big. It's a 4 by 5. And then this house is just a long house that also has this, like... It's an L, you know? Because also this could... Like, the entrance could be back here. And if we do that, it's not as egregious. It is a little odd that like the wall is. Well, I don't know. I kind of like this. It's a little better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a really wide house. And this house has a great view. And then something underneath it. Yeah, I like that. This one I think makes a lot of sense. And then it cuts back. It doesn't necessarily have to. It depends how big of a path we want up here. I think Eric was trying to keep 4 blocks of a gap. Yeah, and then it'll come along here. This will be a road, and then we'll come up this side. This house is going to be really bizarre. Only because of this boundary line, I think. This is where I almost wonder if it makes sense to build houses into the wall. And, like, just have a pathway that goes here and not one that goes along the wall. You know, Narwhal, I said not the era, like the timeline we're talking about, but now I'm remembering that there was that, well, it's still new, but there was that story of those people that built, like, a movie theater in the catacombs underneath Paris. Do you remember seeing that? Boy, what do I do with this house? The catacombs are yes. Yes, they are. It is the Wild West. Yeah, I think this wall is what's thrown me off. This one doesn't have to be here. Well, and actually, like, this path goes all the way up to here. Does it really make sense to turn there? I guess it goes left there, so maybe it goes right here, or does it just keep going straight? I think it should probably keep going straight. Let me just give a good look here. Because, like, this path doesn't go all the way. And this path does. No, because it's not a major path. Like, this one's a major path. This one can kind of just branch. That is really weird, though. Like, looking at it now. I think what I'll probably do is have this path come again and then cut this way another time. Because then it's going off, 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 off. Man, city planning is rough. I should have hired a civil engineer for this. I need more experience playing City Skylines before I can be trusted to do this. Like, how far apart-ish do I have these roads? Like, this is only one house wide. We have the main road. We have another minor road. So I guess, yeah, one blocks wide. I guess that makes sense. It's just so big. I don't know how we're going to fit more houses in there. Unless we do another... I think we're going to have to do another walkway. But not along here. This one can be closed off. And it's raining. It's always raining on this stream. In this world, not just on this stream. So where would the center of these houses be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Classic, there's no good center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 and 8 where it should be, so pathway should be there. And it makes that house 5 wide. Makes that 5 wide. There is a good center. I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining. No, I paused in between it, Bex. I didn't actually say that. You have no proof. Eric, I will say, I think we were doing smooth diorite in the corners. I can send you the screenshots that I took. Unless you're just also doing wireframe stuff. I don't know. Y'all, I hope Buddy's okay. Sure. Oh, just to get heights and stuff? That makes sense. Yeah. So that then, this can be 3 houses. Because you'll have access from the back here.
What a sad image this is. I come back and my dude's just standing alone in the rain on this hill.
Yeah.
Rip to Buddy's cologne. What the hell?
Probably meant your colon.
Oh! Yeah, R.I.P.
Did you have any fresh lettuce recently?
No, I don't think I have the Cyclospora. Although I'm not ruling it out because it has been like over a week of this shit.
Oh no.
But like here's the thing about it. My guts on the average day are like most people's guts on a bad day, you know?
Jeez.
Like,
Do you have IBS?
yeah.
Yeah, you do. You're BSing all
and
the
it's
time.
That's so true. I had IBS. I got IBS from antibiotics, which I feel like is unfair. Like I was taking something to make myself have less tummy issues, and it caused a different and permanent tummy issue.
Yeah, that does seem a little like genetic roulette. You kind of lost there.
Man, that one infection I had my senior year of high school is directly responsible for both my IBS and theoretically at least responsible for my diabetes.
Theoretically.
Yeah, because technically, like, H. pylori infections can cause autoimmune responses. And it
Ah.
was a few years later that I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is an autoimmune disorder. And it's really
Hmm.
rare. It usually shows up in early childhood or when you're old. But it can show up at other points in your life if it's triggered by something. And so all I'm saying is I got one infection and it gave me I treated my infection and all I got was diabetes and IBS.
So I that I feel like you could make that a T-shirt.
That's what I'm saying, man.
um.
All I got was diabetes, IBS, and this shirt, you know?
So I'm struggling to come up with how I split this house in two because it is just a triangle.
Mhm.
And Eric's just doing some wireframing, even if it's not the right items to use.
You're talking about
This one,
this here
yeah,
triangle block?
this B2 shaped.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me churn in the Mind Palace for a moment.
Better not be asking Gemini right now.
I don't use ChatGPT for shit.
No, you use
I
Gemini.
use the good old. I use the good old. Oh, sorry. I don't use AI for shit. I use the good old fashioned ADHD brain I was born with.
What is the
Okay, here's. Sorry,
what
you go
is
ahead.
the guy, fake guy, like the website that's like 20 questions, but he can like he knows everybody. You
You
know, it's
talking
like
about Akinator?
Akinator. Yes, it's like
No.
I don't need AI. I have the Akinator.
I was like, I got Jeeves and I got Akinator. That's all I did. Yeah, exactly. See, Eric gets it.
What'd you come up with?
So, I think the ideal kind of scenario here is right. Just looking at how this cliff shape is kind of in the way, but there's
Yeah.
gonna be a walkway right here, right?
Yes. Now,
Yeah.
how close it
So,
is to the wall, I don't know. We might dig it out more, but
I think this is like imagine a wall like here, okay, and then to here, okay, okay, and this is a indoor part, and this is just like a little wooden platform or whatever, and this is like and then this is two levels. It's got a basement and an above, right? So
okay.
it would be here, and then we'd actually dig down
Well,
here to make a little storeroom. And this, my friends, is like a drive-through place, like a fantasy drive-through place. You put your order in, and then you wait over here and you get your food. It's like a street vendor, you know?
sure. Okay, so when you said having a basement, I was originally thinking, oh, because we could have, like, you know, if this is just a little lower, which it can be because it, you know, if we just do that,
Mm-hmm.
this could be a door into a house, and then up here could go above that.
Yeah, and that I mean that can be too. And the bottom level can be where the guy lives, and then the top floor is his friggin'
Yeah.
falafel shop or whatever, you know?
Otherwise, falafel
Oh
shop.
man, I would love some
Ooh.
falafel right now. I love falafel.
Otherwise, what I would so come over here and look at what I did on this hillside, because I think we could do something similar, and maybe have like an outdoor section. So like
Mhm.
this plot that I'm in right now was huge, and I didn't know how to split it up, so I made one small house up here, and then this one's kind of like an L. So it's
Oh
narrow just at
sure.
the entrance, but it does go really far.
Yeah,
Um,
some weird overhangs and stuff.
yeah, and underneath this house, there's not a lot of room for an entrance, but there is enough room, like right here, we could put another house. You don't have any windows though, so it would be like a bar, like a CD thing right here. Because imagine like there's gonna be walls here, so you're completely underground.
Yeah.
But so I did that with that house. So I was just thinking when you were almost saying a drive-through, I'm thinking, well, not every part of a house has to be in between walls. Part of that could just be a little garden or a patio.
Yeah.
You know, like this could actually be open, and this could be the person's front garden, and this is the well,
Hmm.
that might be someone's house. Now that I say that,
Hmm.
maybe the other one's the garden. Well, but the garden should be by the door, shouldn't it?
No, I mean you can
Hmm.
have a back, like a little
I,
side garden.
but I'm trying to think of how tall this house will be, because if this is the ground
Oh
floor,
sure,
now actually
sure. I
a
see
lot
what
of
you're saying.
times what we could do and what I was trying to do is actually have the houses be like this, where there's a step down into some of the houses. So like
Oh,
if we do
interesting.
that, this house only needs to be this tall, I'm pretty sure. I would, yeah, 3. Yeah. But now that means that the floor of one house needs to be the ceiling of another. Like the same block, which I think is fine. I think we've like considered that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine.
And
I
actually
mean, and
looking
we
at
can
that,
always
that
use
is the right level. Like up here it's the
yeah,
right level. So,
and we can always use carpet and stuff to differentiate. And
yeah. I kind of like the idea of just having this top part then be
hey, come stand right here
uh-huh.
and just turn around on that spot. You see how the lighting changes?
Yes, that it gets like warmer,
Yeah.
because when you look that way you can see the sun setting, but if you look this way you can't. Like I think it's just that the sun is in your vision technically. No, cuz it
Maybe
happens even
it's a
over here. Yeah, anywhere that you do it, if you look to the
yeah,
left, it
it's purely directional. Like right around when I cross from what is that? From looking east to looking west. So it has to, you're right, it's got to be the direction of the sun.
yeah. But I am gonna. Well, the sun's fully gone now. I was like, I'm gonna sleep though,
Well, it's not fully gone because when I look to the left, I can still get a little glow.
a little bit. Oh, thank God the rain's done.
It's always raining on the server, you
It
know that.
is always raining on this server. I think that was the last bit that I really just didn't know how the house would line up.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. And that leads me back to this main road, and that was as far as I wanted to go right now. Like we could develop this area too, I just didn't want to yet. Because now, if you'll notice too, we weren't infringing on the ravine that much, but I did cover up the ravine in one spot. Um, and so I don't know how we want to handle that if we do just cover it now. Um,
I think we at least cover portion of it.
sure. I mean, or we make it more dramatic and the town builds around it.
Yeah, I think there's like an in between we can do here where
Because I think it'd be cool that we have this main road, and then but we have like a section where there are no houses because of the ravine.
yeah, like I think leaving this all open is totally cool. I think that's kosher to me.
Well, and what if we made it where this ravine, because this is the one that goes all the way back over by like the main entrance, right? If we dug it down more, what if we made it look like a river? And the river like
St-
flows through the town here, and then it goes underground, and then the town goes over it.
Well, first of all, I don't have my sword out, and there's a zombie.
I gotcha.
Thank you.
Yo,
Second of
Bloxer
all,
boys, what's up? Hello, hello.
I think I already covered up. Yeah, I covered up
Ah,
this whole portion here.
sure. Well,
Although apparently,
now we're attracting attention that we don't need.
yeah. Let me just cover this up real quick.
I think there's a lot that we can do with the ravine. But let's just go with right now to not fully cover it. I mean, I covered it for the main road, but maybe we can make that look more like a bridge. And like actually make it a little more themed. This is all wireframed right now. Bloxer,
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
doing right now, we are building a town. So we built this big temple alongside the ocean. And then up on
Which is
this
also
hill,
unfinished, mind you.
yeah, the temple's also not fully done yet, but the outside looks nice. Well, it still needs some
Yeah.
details. And then we had this like original village up here on the top that we built a wall around, and we're kind of building the lore of this town. So now we are building a like this is the old village, and then when the temple was finished and it became this like trading hub of the area, the new town filled in. So we're actually building the roads right now and the wireframes of all the houses that are going to be in this little town, connecting the temple to like this hilltop. So you can see the pathways we have here, and the wireframes of houses. And Eric over there is kind of building out what he like wireframes for houses more. And we've got Chromanos here as well. He's the one on the Discord
That's
call.
me.
Yeah, I can go show you the tower or the temple quick. Eric's trying to get my
Hold
attention.
on, Matt.
But what's up? Oh, I have not looked at a map since we've done this. Yo, that looks awesome.
Yeah, it's coming together.
That looks really cool. I might go get my big map and see. But yeah, we did build this this big temple. That's been taking us the last couple months. And it is I love it. It still needs some detail work put into the sides. But we're really into on this server Bloxer, we're really into like building out, does the lore of our area make sense? So we have a whole kind of storyline going into how this big temple came to be, the area that we're on, the continent, how it connects to spawn. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to put your imagination to that. So we've got the courtyard here. This is not done. Obviously, we're gonna fill in the courtyard at some point. But this is the main temple. You know, buddy, this building used to look huge. I feel like it looks less big now.
Yeah, but like when you get up on the cliff, it still towers over
Yeah.
everything, you
And
know?
when I'm inside of it, it does still look really big.
And because we're using the same color palette, these aren't going to diminish the size. They will add to the size of the temple, you know?
True.
It will
We
look like it's part of one big build.
we
'Cause
were
it
gonna put
is.
some ancient ruins down here underneath this and make it like a museum viewing area. We stopped working on that because I thought it was boring to always just be sitting underground the whole time. So we moved our attention over to the village. But yeah, this has been a big project, and now the town is coming along, and I don't know, it's
Sure.
fun. We've never really been the kind of people that do huge builds, and for some reason this server has become that, and I like it. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I agree. We've done a couple of things because it was like
That's
I'm thinking like
true.
Ligma Wood was kind of us just like
That was
running
an old
around
village of
and
ours, by
doing
the
a
way.
bunch of stuff, and like we did a lot of builds where we were building it based off of like build battle stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess we also did
Um,
like the aquarium that was fully underwater, like that. That was
yeah,
pretty big.
but this is the first one I think since Ligmawood and the Ligmawood Mall where it's been like an extended multi-step project and not just a single building, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm terrible at. Hey, you know, it all just takes practice, dude. I still feel like I'm not a crazy good builder. I'm trying to figure out how to
Oh,
like
I'm
build with
trash. Yeah.
details better is something that I'm not great at yet, and I'm trying to do that with these builds of like how can I add detail in different blocks and different, color palettes, and I try to do that with this wall. I'm really happy with how the retaining wall turned out for just using 3 blocks.
Yeah,
Um,
it does look good.
and I made like a big mud pit over there because this is all mud bricks, so we had to make the mud make sense. But
Oh yeah, you were so proud of your
I'm
little
gonna I'm gonna go show off the mud pit
your
again.
mud pit. Yeah,
I
go
I,
show
I
off your
wanna
mud
I
pit.
wanna
You
show off
love
the
that
mud pit
guy.
because I really like the mud pit.
It's a good little build, man. I love it.
Well, so Bloxer, I appreciate you saying that. I'm not saying I'm not just trying to be incredibly humble and be like, well, I'm not a good builder either. What I'll say is
Oh,
it does take a lot of time. And just we've been playing this game for 15
yeah,
years
and
now.
and hold on. I do feel like to put into context why we're not good builders, we do need to show some of the things that are on this world. Cause like I'm thinking about Frosty's shit, and I feel like a pathetic loser compared to
Yeah.
that every time I
There are
think
some
about
people
it.
on the server that have made whole castles in the amount of time that we've done this temple. And it's
Yeah,
crazy. So
mud
what I mean is I
pit.
want to try and start building with more detail is how I want to improve my building. So I made this a little area that we can get a bunch of mud because we're using mud bricks for a lot of stuff. So I wanted there to be this like natural. This was all natural. This waterfall area, I just filled it in with mud, and I like the leaves that kind of look like mud. My favorite little detail is the leaves here to look like muddy footsteps walking away from the mud pit.
Mm.
Um, is probably my favorite detail. Um, but yeah,
Like we
like
said,
even
one of the things with this world was we wanted to go for kind of lore heavy stuff. So when we were building the temple, we were like, okay, let's make sure that the blocks we're using make sense for whoever built this temple to have. And so there's like some big diorite veins that are underneath the temple and like a big mine area. And then obviously now we have the mud block source, right?
yeah,
That's under there. But then also we kind of built in the lore that mud was also heavily available because in the lore of the world that we
put on your
rampantly made
imagination
up.
caps for a second.
Yeah,
We,
put
we
up put on your imagination cap. This whole area that the temple is in was at one point flooded by like a great catastrophe, and the water level came up to like here,
yeah, up to
right?
where
And so
like the
all of
wall
this
is.
area down here would have been underwater. Thus, why the village was built up on the cliffside and had this retaining wall. And then eventually, the water receded, and now the town and the temple were able to be built on the newly available land, and they were able to get to the diorite, which they didn't have access before because it was all underwater.
Right.
And then also, right, these whole plains would have been covered in mud. Uh, thus the prevalence of mud brick.
Yeah. And if we go back to spawn, you'll see we have like these big maps. We also put this spot in a place where it made sense of like, oh, this would be a trading path along the ocean. Actually, I might run back to spawn quick just to show it because oh, we got pillagers here too. We got
What the?
we got anarchists coming. Uh oh, hold on. We got to
Do
stare
we got
down the
heretics?
yeah, political activists
It
is
sounds
what we like to call
yeah, it
them.
sounds like they're not worshiping the one true God of the temple.
Would I like electric? Yeah, I'll just fly over there, Eric, if you're fine with that. Yes, we have beaten the dragon. And hi, Obsidian. Sorry, I waved, but I was letting Buddy explain, so I wasn't gonna interrupt him. Hi, Obsidian. Nice to see you again. Um, sounds good, Eric.
Got a
Um,
bad omen.
yes, we have. Why are there phantoms? Haven't we been sleeping?
Probably on Eric.
Oh, sure. Um, But yeah, so we kind of also picked this spot as a when I build on these servers, I like to be not necessarily in the middle of spawn. I like to branch out and encourage people to explore. And so we picked this spot as like oh, it makes sense lore-wise of it's going to connect all of the land as like a big trade bridge almost. Um and so that's the lore. It's more fun to build that way when you have like a story behind it.
Matt, how do you make item frames?
It's sticks surrounding piece of
Wool?
leather, I'm pretty sure.
Leather.
Because wool is I'm gonna need some fireworks then too, Eric. Because paintings are wool and sticks. You were trying out matcha flavored. It looks really good, Obsidian. I really want to try it. Buddy, at
Do we
some
have
point,
any leather?
you
I
should
do not have any
watch
leather.
the video that I posted in the Gamers Discord channel. It's about
Okay.
this data pack that a guy made for Minecraft that like disincentivizes building all these mega farms and mob grinders, as like there are ways to progress the game without needing to be a technical, like, advanced player. And
That's how I'm always playing, dude.
it looks really, really good. Oh yeah, so
Yeah, I
there's
bet I would love that because I don't like doing the high tech farms and stuff because
yeah.
it feels like outside of the purview of the game.
Well, here, I'll show off Eric's build. Oh, nice job being first, Bloxer. So again, we were saying like people put in a lot better detail. Eric built this like whole village over here, and it's like so gorgeous. And so we could have built our builds out of calcite, but Eric was using that, and I didn't think it made sense to build out of calcite because we didn't have it accessible to us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're making it out of leaves, Eric. I like that. I haven't been over here in a while. And then this is our main spawn area. So I was on here before we actually opened the server up to like the whole community. We were just building over here. So I built like this suspension bridge. Eric built the Epcot ball.
Yeah.
And I built the suspension bridge. Niltiak built the lighthouse. Thank you, Eric. I forgot how much fun elytra are. But let's go over here and look at the map. Yo! Here we go! 51-month resub. Niltiak, thank you for spending your Bezos bucks on me. Let's get some love burbs in chat, everyone, for Niltiak. Welcome home. You can close my door a little bit if you want. Just as long as the
Open
boy
it
can
more.
get in. It's open all the way.
Here we go!
I opened it all the way because Niltiak wasn't home. Obsidian, thank you for the Prime Gaming resub as well for the 2 months in a row. Appreciate you, Obsidian. Let's get some love burbs for them as well.
Tonight.
Throw wide the gates of war. Yeah, so this is the spawn. And you'll kind of get an idea of what we were talking about with the maps. Over here, we're outside. Nice. So this is the spawn area. This is the lighthouse and the bridge, and this is where we came from over on the left here. So Eric's little village is up there. If you look at this map, you can see. Actually, we should update this. Well, I don't know how much it would really show. This.
I did not realize that your cape pattern goes onto elytra.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that either.
Is that new?
I don't know. That's cool. Hey, sounds good, Bloxer. Thanks for swinging by. It was nice chatting with you. Hopefully, see you again soon.
Hell yeah.
Look forward to
come back sometime.
hearing your Minecraft journey. Yeah. So this is the pathway over to the new continent there. I bet it does look a little different now. I might take this map and go get it updated.
There should be. I think there's one.
I don't know if
we
there's
had
one that size. We have one over there that's just the temple.
Yeah, but for some reason I thought we had one over there that was a big one, so that because I think I was updating it every once in a while.
Oh, sure.
But I could be whack. Could be whack.
Man, I'm sad that Bloxer didn't stick around longer. He was so curious.
I love answering questions. Maybe we lore dumped too much.
Oh, yeah. Probably. We started showing
What did I come back here for? Oh, leather. I came back here for leather.
Don't we have cows by us?
Yeah, but I didn't want to kill anyone.
That's fair. No, but this so this mod or this data pack, it's called matcha flavored, and I think it's like inspired by another data pack called raspberry flavored, but that's like really intense. But like the guy has a bunch of different, so like instead of making like potions and whatnot, every different food gives like intrinsic properties based on how you cook it. So like all foods have like
Oh.
a base level of like, oh, you can take sweet berries and make like berry jam out of it, you know, and that's just normal food. But then you can also, it's kind of like Stardew Valley in the sense that you can preserve most foods and then you can like cook with most foods. So it's like the
Sure.
berry jam by itself doesn't do much, but if you bake it into this like berry croissant or something, it gives you
Compote or
this
whatever, yeah.
certain potion effect that's only accessible by getting that food.
See, that sounds cool as
and
hell.
and the idea is, and also the guy took away the hunger system. It goes back to like how it used to be in beta where you only get hearts back by eating food.
Oh yeah, it's directly related
Yeah.
to
And so
I eat food and hearts return.
so what he was saying, it's like it incentivizes you to not just make, I'm gonna make a chicken farm from day one to have unlimited food. It's like you're gonna make the foods specific for the situation that you're in. And like if you want the specific buff, you're gonna go out of your way to try and make those foods for the buff that will provide it, not just because
Yeah.
it's food. And then you don't need to always have food, only if you want to heal or the bonus. And there was a lot
Yeah.
more to it. By the way, do any of you have got any spare weakness potions I can borrow to cure the villager zombie I have in a boat? I probably do. Let me check. I'm flying up to our potion area right now. The other main thing that I remember, because it was like a 20-minute video, but it's well worth it. Is he talked about how weakness. How do you make weakness? Because I could probably whip one up right now. It was a data pack in Minecraft. It was just a Minecraft mod. I don't want to call it a mod, but
Spider eye, maybe?
is it fermented spider eye? Man, I should know this.
Well, I remember we had to make weakness potions for converting villagers, and we were worried about
fermented
getting
spider eye.
sugar. Yeah, I was gonna say we needed sugar, and we needed fermented spider eye, and we needed the splash was like gunpowder or whatever.
Yeah, splash is gunpowder. Do you want these as splash potions, Obsidian? So the other thing that I remember, and it's like the most game-changing, is that to incentivize you away from making like mob farms, you it's like a long process of you do not lose your items when you die, but what you do lose is, so you have 10 hearts normally. When you find something or kill something significant, you get, kind of like in Terraria, you get extra health, like hearts. And so,
Yeah.
like, breaking a spawner gives you a health fragment. And
Oh, interesting.
where should I put these, Obsidian? And the way it works then is like you can have up to, I think he said like 30. But when you die, if you have more than 10, you lose one every time you die. So like it changes how risky you want to be, because you're like, I had to go like they're rare, they're hard to find. So do I really want to take the risk of not being ready to just go guns blazing into something if I might lose that extra heart that I have?
Yeah, because that's like a permanent punishment.
Correct.
You know, for
Yeah.
death. Instead of like a 5-minute inconvenience, it's a no, death has immediate and real consequences that you cannot come back from. By the way, come to the bar when you get a chance.
Okay. I'm going to put them Obsidian, if you're watching, I'm putting them in this oak boat. Dark oak boat with chest right by spawn. Alright, I'm on my way to the bar.
Yeah,
And
'cause
there's a lot.
We incidentally planned out this village and temple kind of perfectly for map purposes.
Oh boy, I'm excited. Meg wants to know my opinion on cushions. I have not played with them yet, but from what I've seen people do, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It
And
is
I
game
like how
changing.
much they're gonna up the decor game.
Yes.
That's why I like them. I'm like, from a pure decoration perspective, it's just
And
another cool tool.
I've always wanted to like make a couch in my house that I can actually sit in instead of just standing
Yeah.
awkwardly on stairs. Oh, Obsidian, I do not have them listed in Discord. I just sent them in the chat. But I just sent them in a Minecraft chat.
I tried to sleep, but it didn't go through the night.
But there are like there was a lot of changes that this guy made, and they all really make sense. Like one of them was like the villagers got a big overhaul where they actually don't buy anything from you. You only buy stuff from them, but they have like so many items you can, like building blocks you can buy. Oh, yo. Oh my god. This is perfect.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it literally, like, is just like, bam, it fits right on the map.
Like perfectly everything fits within those two maps.
Yeah. There is like 3 houses that are off to the left here, but that's it.
Wow. Oh yeah, you can sell fish. That's the only thing you can sell. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Help the phantoms want me. Then sleep, Eric.
Sleep. There's a very easy solution to your problem.
You know, us sleeping every night is not helping you.
I am
Oh,
bed.
now we have
okay,
4
I'll go
people
sleep.
on the server, so we need 2 people to sleep.
One of us
Right.
needs to sleep. There's a bed right
Yeah,
next to you.
I
Where
don't
you
know
going?
how I feel about the enchanting stuff, Obsidian, but I've never played with it. I kind of want to try it. Meg, hijack, you've seen you can make like 125 or so colors by combining them with various source blocks? Yes, people have already made a screen out of cushions and different source blocks
full
and have
RGB.
played Doom
Yeah.
on it. Like,
And of course they did, you know?
yeah. And like the Bad Apple video, yeah.
It's a great music video.
Do the pathways that we have here make sense? Yeah.
Speaking of Bad Apple, it
Speaking
feels
of
like we haven't done
opportunity.
r/place for a while.
Yeah, isn't that an
Like it's
April
time for
Fool's Day thing?
Well, they did it then, and then they've done it a couple other times for like various whatevers.
Oh, I
feel like
flew
it's
all
been
the
a
way
while
back to
since they
spawn to
did
put
one.
this map back, and then I didn't put the map back. Eric, I'm gonna go through
Map
all
back,
of these
map back.
fireworks by this point. Bad Apple, who has that kind of time? Who has the kind of time to do that and make Doom work? Like, your map? What do you mean? Oh, I think you were the one that made this. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the cushions seem very cool. So going back to this, whatever the data pack was called, we're not gonna set it up. I'm not gonna like run a modded server. I know we talked about it initially. I'm not gonna do that, but I might try it out solo. I think it'd be fun then too. Maybe it's something that you and I try. I don't know. Like,
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, depending on if we like it or not, that might be the next like solo world that you and I could run.
And like, it's weird to get in, and I'm not even gonna act like I found this early, but this video was posted by a guy that he's got like 10,000 subscribers, and he makes Minecraft videos and data packs. He posted this video 2 days ago, and it has over 1 million views. Like,
whoa,
the algorithm was working because it showed up on my feed, and I was like, what is this? I want to click on this. And like, everything in terms of engagement and like discoverability worked. Like,
That's awesome. We love to see it. We love when the system works.
right. Okay, Eric, now that I know that I can conserve my I can get back to the temple in 2 rockets. So I just had to be a little more aware. Because Minecraft discourses always run huge farms, ruining large servers' economy, which is why I don't play on huge servers. That,
Yeah.
right. Hey, sounds good, Bex.
Like,
Sounds good.
I think inherently, right? If you have like you're trying to run an economy or at least I don't know a system wherein there is manufactured scarcity, right, built into the game, so that there are things that it's worth trading and having a currency system or whatever. That's inherently busted if somebody uses any of the game mechanics which essentially render a particular resource infinite, you know?
Right.
Like the moment you remove rarity, you've kind of stripped the system of its purpose.
Yeah. That's why I liked. Oh wow, this elytra barely has any durability left. Here you go, Eric. That's why I liked on our old server we had it where like the only way you could get the currency was just by being on stream. Like,
Yeah.
I think you could technically convert diamonds into it, but or it was the
Yeah,
other way
there was a
around. I
system,
think
but
you
it was
could
like
get diamonds from the currency.
I think there was a way to purchase blue bucks, but I
Yeah.
could be remembering correctly.
Only mod I ever used was Vibrant Visuals before it came out. Yeah. Well, and I used to play, like, we used to play Tekkit. We played Feed the Beast. Like,
Yeah.
we used to play these big mod packs, but it just got bloated. I don't know.
It gets overwhelming in my opinion because like I don't know. At some point, right? You spend so much time being like, okay, well, I put a bunch of time into this particular mod pack, but now I guess I have to start learning and working on this other mod pack that doesn't interact with it at all.
Right.
And it just kind of feels pointless. Like it becomes a little bit of a numbers go up game, you know?
Yeah. Well, and it's like at some point it's not fun to sit on a wiki the whole time you're playing the game.
Yes. That's the
And
other thing.
now I will
That's
say
why
that
I always like mod packs that had like adventure guide books
yeah,
or or direct lore based things that would like you could figure out how to do everything without looking things up. That's why a lot of the magic systems I really enjoyed because they would have like lore books where it would be like you're following the footsteps of some previous wizard and like
oh,
as you
right.
learn stuff you unlock different things and then it'll be like and then he tried this and then you try it and some shit happens, you know?
Right. Yeah, and I will say, even though I just made a comment about I don't think I enjoy just like being only on a wiki. That has been my experience playing Binding of Isaac a lot for the past couple weeks. Is constantly having the wiki open, being like, now what is this item? Now what is that item?
See, and that's so funny to me because when I play Binding of Isaac, I run fully blind. I never look anything up.
well,
I just pick stuff up and I'm like, well, we'll see what happens when I use it, you
see,
know?
there are some things that I do that with, but every once in a while, like now, I'll find something and I'll be like, no, wait, why did it do that? And then I'll look it up and I'll go, wow,
Yeah,
that
sure.
item's ass. Why would I ever pick that up again? Like, all
I
right.
think it's dumb that stripping logs takes durability away from my axe.
I agree.
I'm
I
stripping
might.
all the logs in the village so it looks like they're all built from driftwood.
Oh, sure. Some of these houses I might say should not be as tall as they are, Eric. But I do like the wire. Oh, I see why you did that, though. So then it could have this, like, stagger step. Like, this house seems really
Yeah,
tall.
you should be able to strip an inventory. I think it's kind of ridiculous that you can't.
Yeah.
Now, luckily in this case, the houses are all already built, so I can just run around and convert all these logs to
True.
stripped logs, and it's pretty chill.
Where's the doorway gonna be for that? I don't know. I don't know.
Da, 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 da. I gotta You know what? We have to build another retaining wall.
Oh yeah.
I forgot that there's a second side of the village that was exposed to sea.
But is it as sharp of a drop off? I feel like that's why we
No,
built the retaining wall
I
at
mean,
first. Is like
it
because the houses were right on it.
it is in a few areas, and I guess we can decide if that's worth it to you or not. To
Oh, I
actually, you
see.
know what?
Oh
I'm gonna
wow,
leave the
yeah, that
ones.
house is out there.
Yeah, I'm like these ones are out like right on the edge here. So there's like 3 or 4 houses that are here, but it would have been more of a bay, so the currents and tides would not have been as
Sure,
aggressive.
like this side was exposed to the
Um,
ocean. I mean, it is still a
yeah,
bay,
like
but
that is right, but it's more direct exposure to the elements, whereas this is like quite a bit inland. Like there would like this whole area was surrounded by land, and there's just a little outlet right there.
right.
Um, I need to chop some trees.
Well, pitter patter.
I'm doing it. I'm on it. Don't worry about it.
How close?
Did you know that it's no longer a thing that letting leaves drop on their own makes them drop saplings more?
Did you know that it hasn't been a thing for actually quite a while?
Yeah, and that's so I was
It
on a
sounds like
Reddit
maybe you
post that was
didn't know
like,
that. Uh,
no, I didn't. And so what I'm saying is that I was on a Reddit post that was like, hey, what are some
I saw
old
this post.
habits you have in
Yeah.
Minecraft? Yeah. That's like you still carry over even though you absolutely don't need to do them anymore. And somebody was like, yeah, I still wait for leaves to break naturally so I can get more saplings, even though that's like not how they work. And actively, you can actually get more saplings by using a fortune enchanted
Oh
thing to
yeah.
break the leaves. And I was like, I've been sitting here wasting time for God knows how long because I still thought that was the case.
There was something out of that thread though. I'm trying to remember what it was that like I actually didn't even know that that's how it worked. Like there was one thing where I was like, "Wait a minute. That that's a thing?" Oh, what was it? I like learned something new from that thread. Oh, what was it? I forgot to mention the worst part of matcha flavored, that it's named matcha flavored because I think it is a stupid name for a data pack. Getting into the water in an iceberg's biome just blinds you and damages you. Eric, I'll
Silly.
run into that other house or into that other bed unless you're already on your way. Well, I think it's also a silly name because it's copy like it's directly referencing another mod pack called raspberry flavored. I'm like, if you're trying to be like specific, then don't
Yeah,
name it
do your
after
own
something
thing.
that already exists. Eric, there was a
Yeah, because
bed
it's like it doesn't
inside the
seem
bar
like
that
it's
you could use.
related to that mod pod at all.
Right. I'm trying to remember there was one block that like uh there was like
What
a
else to
a
get?
recipe for it now that there wasn't before of like, hey, you don't need to make a farm for this, you can just craft it now. Um I was like cobblestone into gravel into something else or oh, it he was like I needed a lot of glass for this build and I didn't want to completely destroy my desert by getting all the sand. So I made a way where it's like, oh yeah, you can break up cobblestone into gravel and then you can smelt the like break up the gravel to get like the sand out of it to make glass or something. And I'm like, oh, it's a stretch, but it makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
sure.
that I feel like I've played a couple of mod packs where there's like gravel sifting to get certain things and whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if
There
it
was
was
actually a
quite that,
really
but yeah, something like
there
that.
was a really fun mod pack uh that I played on for a while where it's like a sky block and you start with literally nothing except like a pool of water, some trees and dirt. And it's got some mods itself, so you get dirt and then you refine the dirt down to gravel and then from the gravel you can sift out, and one of the things you can find while sifting gravel is like iron fragments, which you can then turn into iron nuggets, and like
Wow.
so
That
you can
sounds almost
slowly get
like
shit.
that game where it's like the elements, where you start with just the four elements and you combine them all to just make like anything. Like,
Oh yeah,
oh,
like Doodle God or
yeah,
whatever
you
that's called.
combine like water and earth to make mud, and now you can combine the mud and the fire to make bricks, and then you can combine the bricks and like.
Is stone block what I was just describing, Eric? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? Yeah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
No.
No.
What?
Fuck.
Wait, huh?
Hold on. I'm getting mixed signals.
A different one for skyblock style.
Okay. But basically same idea. I see. Yeah, the one I was on had like it was several mods stacked onto each other. Um but
Feed the Beast both
that
made
was
a skyblock and stone block. Oh, okay.
yeah. This one had that plus like some magic systems and some other like shit that like made it so that there were God, what was one of them like added another dimension that was kind of like a
Aether?
forest world, but it had a steep no, it had like a steep cliff. There was like a misty forest, and then there would be a steep cliff that was just like filled with poison. And so you had to like craft items to like get deeper into the poison and shit. Maybe it was Twilight Forest. Anyways, it was just a bunch of the shit layered on top of each other, but there was a really good like guidebook with different achievements and quests and stuff that kind of walked you through exploring all of it. Um, and it was great because you never had to look at the wiki. It would just like walk you through all the shit. But there was just like nonstop, like a next step and a next step and a next step, which I liked because it was just like, man, you always know what you're doing.
Yeah. That reminds me of one of the bosses in what was it? Blood and Bones, I think was the mod pack. Like I'm just remembering there was one where you had to find like this hedge maze, and then there was the Hydra inside of the hedge maze, or the Naga I
Sure.
think was inside the hedge maze, and I don't know why I remember that, but I do. The Hydra was in there too. That's Twilight Forest. Okay.
That's Twilight Forest. Yeah,
How,
man.
buddy, how close to this? So we are building all of these houses to be on the road. Like there's no grass in between it. When it comes out to this the side road, like that first path we made, should the buildings still butt up against it?
The building still built up again. Hold on, let me come down and see what you're talking about. Let me eat some bread.
Like these buildings, should
Oh,
they
interesting.
follow the path?
Uh, no, I think they should. I think they should actually leave more space. Um, like even this feels a little close to me, but this one's fine because it's like really close to the temple.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
But this one, I would shave down this side here,
Even
and
more.
honestly, I would like just to make the wall flat,
Oh, right.
just so it's not doing this little choppy. Um, but honestly, like this is the main road in and out of the city. This is the village. Like it feels a little weird to have, I don't know, a house out here by this main like mercantile road.
Right. Well, I guess I'm thinking all of these houses that would be over here, the doors into the house probably wouldn't be on this main road.
Right, they would be in this little alleyway
Yeah,
or
or they'd be
whatever.
shops. Would
Um,
the buildings that
but
overlook the street extend inwards by one? Or are you trying to hit a more Middle Eastern style rather than English? What do you mean by inward by one, Eric?
I know what he's saying. Essentially, like imagine the house is leaning in.
Oh. Right. I think because some of the roads are only 2 blocks wide, no. Oh, the second floor of buildings extended outwards from the base to reduce tax on footprint.
Yeah.
No, because again, if we did that, then it would cover up like there's not a lot of sky that we'll be able to see. If we had them extend out, it would cover up too much. Now,
And
I
also,
think
technically, we are going for a more Middle Eastern,
European, yeah,
Mediterranean. Uh, I mean, technically, this is what, Northern African, the
Eastern African,
temple,
I think. Yeah,
Eastern African,
well, supposedly.
roughly,
Yeah. Um, I think it'd be cool to
based off of
have,
a copy of a copy. You know.
right. I guess I understand what you mean, like up here, Eric. Like whatever house would go on top of this to extend it out by 1. No, I don't know. I think I would like the clean lines of at least the alleys are straight vertical walls in both directions. You know,
I think it'll look better on the map too.
yeah, there may be some spots where we have like shelves or trapdoors on the sides that make it look like it sticks out a
Yeah,
little further. But I think a whole block at this scale is too much. But if
I
you
agree.
disagree, I'd like to see an example of one
Oh,
if you want to
let's
mock
just
one
use
up.
some vertical slabs.
Oh, yeah. A wide
You
market
got
road.
what is it? Chips and
Chisels
bits.
and bits, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
do
what are
think
we
these
growing cactus
houses.
for?
Um, green dye, so we could make cyan dye,
Ah, I see.
I think.
Cyan. Cyan.
Cyan. Actually, it's wait a minute. But we're using light blue. Wait, what is the cactus for? I think for
Were
a
we
while
thinking about?
I thought we needed cyan, and then I'm like, cyan's gross. We should do light blue instead.
Yeah, didn't we replace it? I thought we
I
like
think
did like a good portion of the wall, and then we decided that we liked a different
I think we
color.
replaced it because I liked the light blue better.
Yeah. Hey, we gotta finish the inside of this temple at some point.
Yeah,
And the marketplace. Right now, we just have our
yeah,
nether portal and a bunch of random shit in the middle of the marketplace.
yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good. Facts. I think we've got a lot. Like I have a lot of light blue dye, but
You know what time it is, man?
no, I don't.
It's almost time to play some golf.
Ooh, okay.
That's all I'm saying. A little super battle golf would treat a boy right, you know.
Would treat a boy right.
Like,
Casual 5K block
I like
attention.
all these uh skeletons of houses.
Yeah, it is cool. Yes, you do got to get hooked up to the Nether Highway. That does drastically change things. Huh.
Yeah. Wait, is Eric's house the spire?
I don't know if Eric truly has a house, but the spire is his build.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So is Eric just running back to spawn just to go to that big inventory that's under the treehouse?
Probably. Huh.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. Facts.
That's what I mean. Even here, I still like taking the boat route to get back and forth to spawn.
Yeah.
It's like wicked slower, by a margin of
A
approximately
lot.
8 times. Um, but it's a nice journey going on the river and past my little fishing hut, and then through the ocean, and then coming across the lighthouse and pulling up to the docks. Like it feels very, feels like I'm playing Skyrim.
Yeah.
Just walking across some terrain. That's why I'm excited for eventually like all these paths to be done. By the way, are there mud brick stairs?
Yeah, pretty sure.
So I think on the elevation changes, some mud brick stairs would
Sure.
go down smooth. I was thinking that or slabs, but I wasn't sure if there was a good like
I think it
mud
depends
or
where. It depends where the incline is to either do slabs or stairs. Do you want to sleep in
yeah.
that bed and I'll sleep in this one up by the. I'm just gonna bring this one over with me
Yes.
from the bar.
A spider hit me awake.
Must have been a scary dream.
Must have been the wind, honestly.
Hmm.
Got a spider eye.
That was 2 references to Skyrim in about a minute and a half.
I have been playing Skyrim again recently.
I saw
That's
that.
like like Minecraft. Skyrim just pulls me back in every once in a while. I'm like, God, I could go for some Skyrim right now. Especially because I've been playing on the Switch version,
Oh, sure.
and it's like there's a bunch of new stuff in the game that like when I'm on my PC I play super modded bullshit.
I was gonna say I
Like
don't think a Switch could run modded Skyrim. I'm surprised the Switch can
no,
run regular Skyrim.
yeah, it actually runs. I think it runs pretty well on there. The controls are a little jank. I need to get a pro controller.
Oh, sure.
Because that would make it infinitely less miserable to play. Yeah, they've optimized the shit out of that game.
Yeah. I mean, it is also like from 2012, so.
Yes, exactly. But no, they've put in the time. Like, listen, I'll hose Todd Howard all the time for making me buy the same game like 4 times.
You know, when you said I played on the Switch, I was gonna ask how many copies of Skyrim you have.
I own I believe 4 different versions of Skyrim.
4 is not
And
too bad.
Yeah, technically 5 if you count both copies I have on the PC, but I got the Steam version free because I already had the disc version.
Ah, sure.
You know, I have. So that was one of the things that was added. There's like a bunch of new quests that they've added. It's got all the DLC and bullshit, some of which I've played, some of which I haven't played. A lot of like quality of life improvement stuffs that they've put in just over time, and it's like, you know, they didn't, you know, it's not a crazy difference between like the legendary edition of the game and the original version in terms of visuals, but I still think it looks quite nice. I still like just walking around in Skyrim makes me feel so good. And then I'm
Yeah.
also playing specifically on survival mode, which adds like hunger and
Oh,
tiredness
jeez.
as a mechanic, and diseases are a lot worse and harder to cure, and like arrows take up weight, so you have to be more
Oh,
like, and your carry weight is about half capacity of what it normally is. Um,
so
and so just like, oh, and it adds a warmth rating to shit.
oh god.
So that if like you're up in the really cold climates, like you'll take penalties to stamina and
So
shit
it's
because you're cold.
like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, yeah. So it and then like different armors have different, weather ratings and whatever. So it just it changes enough about how you play the game that like truly when I'm playing it right now, I'm like, this feels completely different. I'm playing a different game now.
Yeah.
Um oh, it removed fast travel. So you
Ooh.
have to walk between everywhere.
Ooh.
And so between that and your reduced carry weight, like you have to be really particular. Like I get on my horse, I ride out with a very specific mission in mind. I can maybe do 1 or 2 random shits on the way, but that's it because otherwise my inventory will become full.
Sure.
Do my accomplish, and then I have to go home and like get like all my shit sold and like work on like replenishing my food stocks and cooking and stuff like that. And then,
This
like
sounds
prepping to
more
go out
exhausting.
adventuring again. Yeah, it is in some ways, and there's definitely times when I'm like, all right, whatever with this bullshit. But they also add some stuff like backpacks so you can increase your carrying capacity. Um and like even if you're over encumbered, you can travel on a horse just fine. Um, so I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. It makes you like slow down and
Yeah, it makes you
appreciate the
play the
game,
game
I think, some
differently.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, buddy, what do you think of what I have just whipped up here? In terms of,
This footprint.
because I was trying to think if I wanted to have this small road here go through, but I realized with the pond there, I don't know if it makes sense to really divide this block up again because of the pond. Now it can.
You know what I think would be cooler actually.
Because if there's a path that goes around the pond on this side, some of these houses you could access from the water, like here and here.
Yeah. My only thought is I think it would be kind of cool to make this inner space like a little courtyard and
That
just
would be
have
cool.
some like plants and like a little spot in it
Yeah.
and just have it be accessible by these houses, just like a little shared courtyard area.
By all of the houses or just the ones in like the north, south, east, west?
Yeah, I guess it would just be the ones that are directly attached to it.
Sure.
So that'd be everyone except this corner guy. So
Well,
fuck him, I guess.
and like this corner.
Oh, sure,
And
sure,
then
sure,
and then
sure.
there's one more, like this one over here wouldn't be either. I like that though. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about doing like a courtyard.
Yeah, just a little courtyard guy.
A cloister of sorts. Yeah, but I don't like using that term.
Cloistered.
I do like
That makes me
though.
think of that has religious connotations to me. Like don't nuns get cloistered?
Oh,
Why
see,
am I
I
asking
think
you?
of
I'm the
whatever
Catholic.
isn't cloister a Pokemon?
Yes, it is.
You said it like it's dirty.
That's the
Because
one
it
that looks
sounds
like
dirty. What do you mean?
Yeah, well I think that's cloister, like oyster.
Is that yeah, it's pronounced
And
the same.
that's the one that looks
Questionable.
like a Georgia O'Keeffe painting.
Yeah.
If you catch my
Oh,
meaning.
I catch. I
That's
catch.
you. Whoa.
Bless you.
Bless me.
It could be like an academy around the pond. Ooh.
Now that's interesting.
Bless you.
That or
Sorry,
huh.
technically a garth. A cloister is the covered walkway. Garth Brooks?
I do like the idea of this whole thing being kind of like one compound.
Yeah. I mean, if you
You know,
look
so
at
maybe
it
like
too,
a little.
if you look at it with this road coming through here, this is one block. I mean, it is the only houses
Yeah.
in this whole main section between major roads.
So I mean, this could be. I like the idea of it being like an academy of sorts, or even like a compound is okay. Yeah, it's got that. It's got that fascist vibe that we like around here.
Now, the question then is, do we have this be its own house, or does one of these rooms become bigger as like a common space?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the purpose of the build, you know.
Because we should also add a way to get up to a second floor.
Yeah, maybe that's a staircase, and there's a second floor to all this. And this, honestly, you know what this could be? It could be like a. I mean, I guess academy is still the right word, but it's more like a a tech college. Yeah, like there's this
trade
is just
school,
where all
yeah.
the like what do you call that?
Apprentices?
What do you call that when you're yeah, but I think there's a specific word. Like guild. This is a guild hall.
Oh, yeah. Right, so maybe one of these rooms is like, yeah, the dining hall in here.
And then there's like, this is the blacksmithing room, and this is the leather working shop, and this is the,
Ooh,
you know,
yeah.
and then there's like, There's a pond right here, so there could even be like some fishing shit and
And then
whatever, you
above
know?
it could be all of the houses.
The dormitories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, actually, I
Okay,
really
well, if you
like.
want to play some
y-
Super Battle Golf, we should
Yeah,
probably.
one second. I like the
Hell yeah.
idea of, if let's say this is built up to be like here. I'm just gonna do a rough outline. Well, I don't know if there's enough room in these, well, rooms to actually make this work. Oh, I gotta come over one more. I really like the idea of then, if this second floor, where I'm standing right now, is actually like a walkway. And
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
next house like would actually be like, this would be the wall for the next house.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I like that a lot.
And now maybe it wouldn't actually be open on this end, but because actually I'm thinking about it now, if there was fences in here, the space would get really small.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of room to make it bigger. But I don't know, just thinking about how we connect the upstairs to the downstairs, I think is could be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is one to puzzle on, and we can
Yeah,
always
a guild
talk
hall.
about
I
the
like that idea a lot.
boundary walls. But yeah, I do like the idea of a guild hall.
And it doesn't have to be like necessarily closed off from the rest of town, but it's like it is a very distinct sector of town. Like there won't be any doors in from these sides. It's only from around the pond that you really have that access.
Yeah, like it is a little sequestered off, and I think that's kind of interesting and fun.
Big
All
fan.
right, well, I'm gonna go refill my water real
Sounds
quick, and
good.
I'll be back. And we should
Play some golf.
hit some
Yeah,
balls at people. Hell yeah.
absolutely. Alrighty. Well, there you have it. The town is coming along. Wireframes are built, and we will see where the city goes from here. I love this tiering that Eric's built up so far. Let's get a good bird's eye view of this. I think it's gonna look really cool. I think it already looks really cool. And just to see these different, like, the different heights, the tiers of all these houses, um, it's coming together really, really nice. And I can't wait to see it done. So we're gonna keep continuing on this in a week's time, so be sure to join me then.